Hello, this is roving reporter Roberta coming to you this week with our featured successful woman entrepreneur. Heather is a master certified health coach. She provides guidance and support to her clients by enabling them to achieve positive, sustainable changes in their lifestyles, exercise, attitude, and nutrition. She does this by providing the right information and tools to improve their health, memory, and performance, while showing them how it doesn't take more time, more work, or even more money.
So first off, let me say thank you all for joining us here on this channel. Secondly, I want to give a huge shout out to Roberta for making this happen. This channel is awesome. Her vision for it and execution has just been amazing. Bringing all these women entrepreneurs together so that you can learn more about what their life is like, what their businesses are like, the kind of challenges and successes that they've had, um, a number of other things. So you're in for a treat to watch these interviews. Really awesome. I was lucky enough to be featured this week. So each week, I think Roberta's featuring one of us women entrepreneurs. So you get to learn a little bit more about who we are outside of the interview, because sometimes, um, you get to see what we put out there for everybody to see, like what we want you to see in the pictures and the videos and whatnot. And I hope this is a great opportunity for you to so you can get to know me a little bit better. So my name is Heather Orengia, and I'll run down through my credentials, and then I'll explain like what they really mean. So, um, so I'm actually a master certified health coach. I am a certified in nutrition. I also have a certificate of in sports nutrition, as well as personal trainer. So, and I'm not trying to ooh, look at all the certificates that I have. It's more, it's really a reflection of I love to learn about all things health. If you could look at the bookshelf behind me, you would see that I have shelves of health books. So everything from the human anatomy to children's health to, oh my gosh, what you should eat, nutrition dictionaries. It's crazy. So many, but I really, really have a passion for learning about all of this. And that is why I have gone after the certifications that I did. So at the end of the day, that I can help other people. As I learn more and more, I realize that a lot of this information it's not in the mainstream for people to learn. And in fact, it's not even something that doctors learn, which I was actually surprised. Unless a doctor specializes in like functional medicine or I don't know, it could be a number of things, immunology. There's a lot of specialties, but unless they go into those specialties, they're not necessarily learning how, like, let's say, nutrition or toxins or just general lifestyle things can affect your health. And therefore, it creates a gap. It creates a gap in between what our healthcare providers can give us and what we're trying to do on a daily basis. And the other piece there is that our healthcare providers, they're super busy, as you know. I mean, you go see them and they're seeing you for a specific thing, whether it's, you've been experiencing headaches and you can't figure out what's going on, or you got tummy issues and you can't figure out what's going on. And so that's what the doctor is going to focus on, that particular problem. And just the nature of the way that things are set up in the healthcare arena, they don't have the time to, sit with you and say, okay, well, what's your diet like? What are you eating? What kind of um, environmental toxins might you be exposed to? Are you stressed out? Um, are you, do you have any, do you have a history of, um, different things either in your family? And I'm not talking about like major medical problems. Maybe they're just minor things that you don't really think about until somebody starts asking you, like, did your parents have stomach issues that you now have? Things like that. That as a health coach, that's what we do. We spend the time with you to really get down into that root cause of what the problems are, and help you resolve them. So again, it kind of fills that gap in between. We don't treat any kind of diseases, or we don't diagnose diseases. We don't prescribe medications. We can't do any of that. Um, and we actually recommend people, if we feel that they might have a medical issue, we actually tell them to talk to their doctor about it. Or shouldn't say tell. We recommend that you talk to your doctor about things like that. But again, we are bridging those gaps, that you can go to your doctor and say, hey, I'm working with a health coach to resolve my tummy issues. And, we've made some changes. Things are going better. I'm still experiencing some problems. And they recommended that I come to you and talk to you about whatever it might be. So I just don't ever want anybody to think that, health coaches are out there trying to replace our healthcare providers, because that's not what we're trying to do. We love when we're able to help you live a healthier life so that you don't have to go see your healthcare provider as often. That in general will help keep healthcare costs down if we're overall healthier. And and your doctor will actually be, at least my experience is, many doctors are happy that you are taking things kind of into your own hands and working with a health coach to, whether it's resolving digestive issues, or trying to address some fatigue or aches and pains that you seem to have a lot. And they'll be, happy about that. So, so what kind of things do I look at? I should say the things that I'm really passionate in helping people with. Health coaching is a pretty broad area. We can help people with a lot of different things. And you say, oh, you're going to help me be healthier. Like, what does that mean? And I've already kind of touched on some things, such as, if you've had, I'm not even going to call them digestive issues. If you have stomach problems, so you notice that, you get, and it's the things you don't want to talk about, but you get bloated, gassy, loose stools, like you don't think that they're normal. Maybe you just get stomach aches, and you kind of have an idea of what it might be, but you're not quite sure, because maybe you haven't seen a pattern, or maybe you're just not like tracking it. You just know that every once in a while things don't agree with you. But sometimes those things they get to a point where you're experiencing them more frequent than you'd like to. In fact, I don't know that I ever enjoy when I have stomach distress. And I personally have some food intolerances. So when I do eat things by accident that I should not, I definitely have digestive issues, and stomach problems. So I completely understand what it's like to have those, and it's not fun. And so if you're experiencing stuff like that, a health coach can help you navigate through that and resolve those problems. Maybe it's, and I speak from as somebody in my late 40s, that we tend to get to a point where we feel like we're tired all the time, or we have aches and pains that just don't really seem to want to go away. And hey, we all chalk it up to getting older. It's just part of getting older. It's just normal. Maybe use air quotes, normal. Because it's not normal. These things are normal. Like I said, we chalk it up to just part of getting older, and something that we feel like we're just gonna have to live with. And we don't have to live with that. We don't have to live with those aches and pains that don't want to seem to go away. And we don't have to live with always feeling tired. There's ways to address those without, the need for like medical intervention. Because a lot of times we experience those things, and, yeah, it's not something we feel like we need to go to the doctor for. And at the same time, you're like, man, I just don't want to feel tired anymore. Or, I just want to get up in the morning and not have my back ache. I remember my time in my life where I thought to myself, I used to have really bad back pain just every single day. And I remember hitting a point where I was like, I can't remember not having back pain. I couldn't remember. And now on occasion, I have back pain. But I've, again, through nutrition and lifestyle changes and the things that I've adopted through my education and knowledge, I've found that, again, that stuff's not normal, and we don't have to live that way. So really like to help people resolve those issues. So the stomach issues, the tummy troubles, the general aches and pains you feel all the time, the tiredness that we feel all of the time. We feel, overwhelmed and tired. Maybe even to the point where, maybe even to the point where you are ready to go see your doctor. You're like, maybe I should just go see my doctor because this isn't going away. And maybe you've been to your doctor and you've received news like he or she really wants you to lose 20 or 30 pounds. And you're like, I'm trying, but I'm not hitting it. Like, I don't know what else to do. Or maybe they've told you that you're pre-diabetic and that, you need to start addressing your nutrition and lifestyle choices to address that. And again, you're like, okay, but where do I, you can sit and Google things all day long, but where do you really start? And how do you go about making those changes? And especially without them feeling overwhelming. I think that is the biggest thing that we run into when we want to go make lifestyle changes. We've been living a certain way for so long, and now somebody comes in and says, you need to change what you're eating and what you're doing. And so my goal is really to help people do it simply. So that's my whole premise behind Simply Healthy is really looking at how can you simply integrate healthier practices into your life to achieve the goals that you want or need to. So that's really where I love to dive in and help people. Again, I don't want it to be a difficult road for you. I want it to be simple. I want things to feel natural in getting you to feel better and have more energy and get rid of your aches and pains and not have tummy troubles anymore. So again, thank you for joining us. I'm going to wrap it up and hand it over to Roberta here. And again, if you feel if you resonated with anything that I was talking about, happy to chat and see if I can help you out along your journey. Right? Thank you.